most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Brett Thackeray.
Hi, everybody. A new week. We are off to a typical start that we've seen here most of the winter. It's cool. It's not cold necessarily. We start in Lancaster here. Final days of February, 34 degrees. Not bad. Above freezing with clear skies. Dew points are low, so it's dry for now. That is going to change later as we track a wintry mix for this afternoon and this evening. A high of 58 yesterday. It was so nice. Hopefully you had a chance to get outside. The sun was out at least a bit. The normal high now is up to 45 already, but we are, of course, above that again as temperatures neared 60. We still have a bit of a deficit now. In fact, more than a bit, almost 2.5 inches. We could use some moisture, and we will at least get some later today. And we've got clear skies for now. Clouds will be on the increase later this morning and into early this afternoon. And then we expect kind of a light mix to develop after 2 p.m., and that will continue here to get heavier as we push into the evening commute in the overnight. Temperatures really a big range this morning from 29 in York to 40 in Hagerstown, Baltimore at 37, Harrisburg at 38. Meanwhile, Allentown near freezing. So it really just depends on where you're at. Now, the mix today is going to come from a warm front, and this warm front is going to encounter this cooler air that's draining down here from a ridge of high pressure. And while some of us are below freezing this morning, I think most of us should warm up above freezing later on to create wet roads. Not to say we can't get a slushy accumulation, especially for areas north of Harrisburg, but once again, this is going to be a very marginal event. Notice the highs today. We should get to 45 in Harrisburg, maybe a little bit cooler to the north, but just off to the south and west. Look at some of these numbers, 60s and 70s again. And I think by Wednesday and Thursday, as we welcome in March, we will be knocking on the door of 60 degrees once again before some more wintry weather here perhaps by the end of the week. So we've got the cooler air draining southward thanks to clockwise flow around this high pressure. That's going to interact with this warm front and create the opportunity for some snow and sleet later this afternoon and this evening, especially for elevations north of Harrisburg. We're going to track that for you. For a lot of us, this is going to be more wet and more rain, okay, but for some of us, we will get that mix. So let's track it for you on Precision Cast. Notice the clouds increase this afternoon. We get a little hit of this by around 2, 3 o'clock. Notice some sleet pellets could be mixing in. And then as we move into the evening hours and the overnight, notice how we get some snow and sleet for areas north of the Turnpike and rain off to the south. And for most of us, this is going to just stay wet. All of this tapers to just plain old showers overnight. It exits tomorrow morning. The clouds will stay stubborn throughout the day tomorrow. We get some clearing late in the day, and that will set the stage here for a pretty nice Wednesday. That's why it's the pick of the week. Mostly sunny, and we warm up, too, into the 50s. It does turn breezy later. We're going to notice a pretty hefty southeast wind today of about 15 to 25 miles an hour. And by the way, we're not done with this breeze. Remember, what's the old saying, March coming in like a lion? Probably holding true here for the final days of February, too, with a bit of a breeze. And again on March 1st, which happens to be Wednesday, we will start to see that breeze pick up. Look at this, a good southerly wind here. Again, about 10 to 20 miles an hour. So the breeze is going to be blowing this week, that's for sure. Let's show you what we can expect today. Between 2 and 5, a wintry mix will develop. Temperatures should be just above 32 degrees, if not well above, especially for our southern tier counties. That's why we think most of this is just going to create wet conditions, especially for the main roads. And then for the evening, snow and sleet mix north of the Turnpike, mainly rain along the Turnpike and points to the south, as we just showed you on Precision Cast. And then overnight, some snow showers to the north, some light showers linger across the south, and we escape without too big of a threat. Now watch Precision Cast in the snowfall totals. If you ignore Tower City, which I think is overdone here, there may be, especially in some of these northern counties, an inch or two of slush, right? Sleet, some snow accumulating here, especially once the sun goes down tonight. That's something to keep an eye on, but temperatures for the most part are still going to be too warm to have it accumulate on any main roadways, it looks like. We're going to be monitoring this throughout the day. Then the next thing we want to worry about here in the long range will be a few showers on Thursday, but we've got a good old-fashioned storm cooking for Friday. The models still don't have a good handle on this. It looks like there could be some snow changing over to a mix and then eventually rain before it exits on Saturday. But that's something that bears watching. Some models keep it as all rain. Given the history of this winter, I'm not too excited about any snow chances yet, but we'll keep you posted. A wintry mix does develop today after 2 p.m., 45 degrees. Tonight, down to 33. A wintry mix, especially north, and it does stay breezy here overnight. We're going to notice the winds picking up. Tomorrow, a slow clearing day. It will be breezy. Maybe some peaks of sunshine later on, a high of 48. Wednesday looks great, 55, mostly sunny and warmer, up to 61 on Thursday. And then we may be talking about some wintry weather here on Friday, but all that warm air leading into Friday, of course, will work against accumulating snow. But not to say we can't get it. The models are split right now. Some bring us a pretty good snow and mixed event on Friday. Others say not so fast, going to be all rain again.
Wouldn't be fair if we just didn't have another week of these ups and downs.
Ups and downs we go. Yeah, it's been the story of the winter, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, and that's not changing here as we head into March. So we'll keep you posted here on today and then again on Friday. Those are the 2 days to keep an eye on.
I'm not going to cancel my plans this afternoon.
No, I wouldn't. And I think for a lot of us, it's going to stay wet.
Yeah.
But those northern tier counties, if you do live north of the Turnpike, keep an eye. That could get slushy later this evening.
All right. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.